So, Dr. Kim, what is spiritual intimacy?
I think sometimes it is a little hard to define at times. I mean, I think it really does go back to my favorite part of the Bible in the Garden of Eden in Genesis, where I think with Adam and Eve having this time they spent with God every day, and that is what God wants for us to put him in the middle of our lives together every day. And I think the part of Genesis in that's what I love is that God didn't come time and spend time with Adam and then spend time with Eve. He spent time with them together. They walked in the garden together. I mean, I think that's spiritual intimacy on steroids. And I think God wants a bit of that in each one of our marriages.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it really is. It is inviting God into your relationship, and it's turning towards each other and not away. And most importantly, turning towards God and inviting Him into every area of our lives. One verse that I think of when it comes to the thought of spiritual intimacy, it's Dylan and I's one of our favorite verses that we used to share with each other when we were dating. It's Romans 1:12, and it says, "That is that you and I may be mutually encouraged by each other's faith." And to me, that just kind of like sums up what a spiritual intimacy is, right? It's you two pointing each other towards Christ, pointing each other towards your faith, and spurring each other on deeper into your faith, sharing your faith together, and being mutually encouraged by that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think obviously we all want that spiritual intimacy with God individually, and we all seek that and desire that. But having it together, there's something very special in God's design for that. And I think that makes marriage better, makes your lives better. It has strengthened my own walk with God by seeking to do that with Nancy over the years.
Yeah, that's sweet. So, why is spiritual intimacy important when it comes to marriage?
Well, I think it's because through our relationship with God, and as we individually go, we do learn, we grow as Christians, and I think spiritual intimacy with our spouse is putting God at the center of relationship where we both commit to follow His lead. And so it's for me when we can do, and we don't do it perfect, but when we're doing that, it's not about Nancy's agenda or my agenda; it's about God's agenda. And what we found is his agenda is much better than mine or hers or us put together, and so I think it's important because I think it helps. I think it gives marriage more purpose. I think it gives your lives together more purpose. I think you're more aware of opportunities that God brings to you, maybe to serve or to reach out to someone or to witness. All of those things that I think God uses in that way. So I think it's really an important part as Christians that we make that. I did a seminar one time, and we talked a lot about praying together. And a couple came up; they've been married like 45 years, and he said, "We never thought about praying together." And so they both, I would say, probably each had a really strong walk with the Lord. They didn't bring it together, and he was so excited that they were going to go home and start praying together because I think it's just another level of that intimacy with God.
Yeah, I love that. I love that you said his plan is better. I think that's so true. Work smarter, not harder. Invite God in.
Yes.
That's the wisest and most powerful thing that you can do for your marriage and for your life is to invite God in. If God is for your marriage, which I believe He is, then linking both of you to Him intimately is the best thing that you can do for your marriage. God can do more than you can hope for or imagine. It really is the spiritual things, the holy things, the things that God can do that no one else can, that is going to make your marriage great. So you trying really hard and doing a million other things for your marriage isn't even going to begin to touch what God could do for your marriage if you would just invite Him in prayer, and focus on the spiritual intimacy where you really are, both of you connected to Him and to each other.